Once you've decided to use a sub-notifier, you may be challenged to come up with a sound which is able to act as a sound for subscription notification. In watching a lot of streams, here are some of the things that I've come up with that I think make a good subscriber notification. So thing number one is you want it to be short. You want something that's 1 to 3 seconds of significant noise. Most users have notifications on the screen for about 5 seconds, which is the minimum time for Livestream alerts, the website I run, for example, but having your sub sound be somewhat less than that is good. 2, you want it to be something you can listen to over and over. In particular, if you get rated by another broadcaster, this is something you might hear 10 to 15 times in a row or even more, so when this happens, you don't want to be completely annoyed by the sound. And the third thing is you don't generally want something that people are going to concentrate on, so you want it to be simple. A simple crescendo and arpeggio are both solid choices. A lot of users include fanfare or victory noises from various video games. Legend of Zelda and Final Fantasy are pretty popular, for example. However, you probably don't want to just copy what someone else has done. Instead, you may want to look for something that's a bit different, something that can fit the theme of your channel and really match the mood for your channel. So where should you come up with good sounds for your subscriber notification? The best recommendation I have is the YouTube audio library, and in particular the stings available in the YouTube audio library. The YouTube audio library offers thousands of royalty-free tracks that you can use in your videos without fear of content ID strikes or monetization issues. It's a great resource for royalty-free music. If you're interested in background music for your channel, you can also check it out because there's a bunch of great tracks from many different creators there. But in particular, in order to find sub-notifications, search for Sting. No, not the musician sting. A sting is a short musical phrase primarily used in broadcasting and films as a form of punctuation. Simply visit the audio library, search for Sting. There's more than 150 tracks that have Sting in the title, many of which are appropriate to use for sub-notifications. Do you regularly play survival horror games? Perhaps the track for you is Into the Depths by the Jungle Punks, a dark cinematic track. Do you have a more chill stream? Perhaps Everything's Nice is more your style. Or if you have a more retro feel, perhaps something a bit more synth-filled that's like That's That from the Twin Music Horn is your style. Now you'll notice that the last one of those is actually much longer than the 3 seconds that I recommended, but it has a nice riff on the end which might work well on its own. So how can we handle that? Pretty simple. We'll edit it with Audacity. First, grab Audacity for Windows. You can go to the Audacity Windows download site, it's also linked in the description below, and grab the installer. Install the app. Once you've got it running, choose File, Open, and choose the MP3 file of your choice that you downloaded from the audio library. Once you do, you'll get a nice visual form of the file. At the top, you can see the timeline in seconds, shows it goes from 0 to 10 seconds in this case. So in this case, we can see a pretty clear portion that would make a great subscriber sting from about 6 seconds to 9 seconds in. So drag with your mouse to select that area, and click the play button in the upper left to make sure it sounds like what you want. Once you've selected the correct audio, you can simply copy-paste. Edit copy, create a new file with file new, and then paste with edit paste. This will give you a new file with just the audio that you cared about. You can then export it as a WAV file, so File, Export Audio, and save as WAV, and this produces a handy 3-second sting which I can then use as my sub-notification. Once you've created your sting, using it with Livestream alerts is simple. At the alert configuration screen, just choose Upload New File, which brings you to the upload page. Upload the new file, choosing the sound type, and once you've uploaded it, you can return to your alert configuration and choose the sound you uploaded from your dropdown. In this case, I named mine Sting 3S That's, because it was That's That. Another thing you can do if you're using Livestream alerts, you can actually create multiple different subscriber notifications. If you do, each notification will be chosen randomly among your configured alerts. My subscriber notification randomly chooses between 12 different notification sounds that I created myself in GarageBand, so when I get rated, most users actually get completely different notification sounds. Wrapping it all up and putting it all together. When you're creating a sub-notification sound, you want to pick something that's unique to you. Make it short, make it not annoying, and make it your own, even if that means you need to edit it to get there. And of course, use livestreamalerts.com.